Artist warning. Twitter artist Ethereon Art likes to frequently say the N-word and other slurs amongst claiming that the LGBT are mentally disabled. Please retweet to get the word out. There's more in this video. Okay, but his art is good, so why care? Before this video begins, I want to thank Zydex and Hexflame over on Coffee. Heyo everyone, Misha B. Barkin here. So, to say it's been an interesting few weeks on Twitter would be an understatement. A long-going debate has been the idea of separating art from the artist, basically meaning that it doesn't matter if a person is a shitty or bad person, so long as their art is good, who cares, right? Well, today we're gonna talk about that. Now obviously this is a predominantly furry channel, but this is something that gets talked about on all of the other sub-communities within the giant art community as a whole. Every single community, no matter what, has an art base of some sort. So what if that artist is revealed to be, say, racist? Today we're going to be talking about that. Today's person in the hot seat is an artist who got their Discord messages exposed. Today's artist is known as Fiddleafox. So who is Fiddleafox? I don't know a ton about them, but I know they used to run various Ask blogs on Tumblr in the mid to late 2010s, one of which being an Ask Lycanroc blog. Now, I loved this blog back then and would check daily for new art and silly doodles. I moved away from Tumblr as I was never a big fan of it to begin with and lost the blog, so at some point between then and now they switched over to the name Fiddleafox and started posting on Twitter, and Fiddleafox is a bigoted, hateful person. We have compiled a document to show the furry community the racist, sexist, transphobic views held by Fiddleafox and the hurt she continues to actively cause throughout the community behind closed doors. Ugh. I know I'm cis, but the trans movement is such shit. I will always hate trans women more, but that could change if I subjected myself to trans men. Meanwhile, black people are being and refusing to get it. Being around ghetto black people reminded me why Trump won, though. I hate black. Wow, we're just going out and saying it, aren't we? Black people need to wear shock collars, or they'll fly into a murderous rage on your daughters. Oh, okay, but we should hear both sides, right? Right? Well, I guess Inebrius leaked all of our Discord convos because I warned two people he was a massive creep. I may be a huge racist and trans misogynist, but at least I don't constantly talk about being tiny. Try not to shoot up your workplace, buddy. Anyways, yes, those caps are all real. No, I'm not apologizing for shit I said in private, lol. So, they got exposed for saying racist and transphobic stuff, and they admitted to it? Holy shit, dude, self-cancel % world record holder right here, folks. Nah, but to be serious, I mean, at least we don't have to wait for her attempt to come back with some half-assed excuse. But wait! She did! Oh, one clarification. Or a few clarifications, rather. A little late to the punch there, buddy. Now, Inebrius unadded me from Discord, so I have literally no way of proving this. Feel free to think I'm lying, it makes no difference to me. However, people are talking about one specific comment I made about black men and shock colors. Sounds horrible, right? Why the fuck would I say that? I sat down wondering when I said that and why, with no way of going back and looking at the conversation, but I suddenly remembered. The conversation was about Zootopia. As you know, Zootopia uses animal people for stand-ins for people of color. More specifically, predators equal minority or black, Hispanic, etc. I was not a fan of this concept, making black people out to be predators when actual predators are, at their core, dangerous to herbivores. There's a scrapped concept about electric collars being put on carnivores to control them. That's where that statement comes from. I was mocking the lazy inclusion of race issues into a world where it didn't work and was offensive. Look, I said a lot of things in that Discord chat with Inebrius. I accept all responsibility for saying it, but you have to see why many of those things were cherry-picked. He sent those screen caps to people because he was a creep to me and I got tired of it. Even though I knew he could blackmail me with everything I said, I still wanted people to know how manipulative he was. Where's all of his side of that Discord chat? Why are people using such ill-gotten evidence against me? Honestly, him killing my internet presence is no big deal. My biggest fear was him tracking down my address and killing me, lol. And you cherry-picked evidence from someone like that? Did I say terrible things? Depends on who you ask. No, you fucking did! What do you mean depends? I'm not going to apologize when I can't even show the context of these conversations. And to know friends, like I ever trusted your asses, lol, were conspiring against me instead of just talking to me? Using evidence from someone who I honestly genuinely started to fear? Sheesh. It wasn't until after she started losing followers like mad that she started backpedaling and posted this. Now, Fiddle mentions that the other person isn't a good person either, which I'd like to entertain really quick. So let's say the person who posted this expose is shitty. Okay, cool, you're both shitty. The other person being a bad person doesn't negate anything you said or did. It just means that the pot is calling the kettle black in this regard. Now, the big thing she mentioned is the Zootopia analogy, or the shock color thing. I mean, sure, this could have been taken out of context, and you could have been making an analogy, but I mean, my guy, at any point during typing this, you could have looked at this and thought, huh, this looks awful. This could be taken out of context. But no, you hit send. And even with the context, this still sounds awful. And what of the other posts, huh? Do they all have an elaborate backstory as well? Or are you just simply racist and trans misogynistic, like you said? Wow, what a truly awful person. It's good that no one's gonna look at this and say, hey, that's okay, we still support you, right? Please keep the fox drawings up. That's all I ask. And thank you for being here too. In a way, we are all here too, looking at your cute fox drawings, enjoying our chicken sandwiches. Thank you. Cancel culture strikes again. Absolute shame what had happened. This is the single best response to drama I have ever seen, perhaps ever. You are a good man. Or, whoa man, I do not know. Your work is impressive. Hope to see you soon in this or another account. Take care. Dang, I hate to see you go. I really enjoyed your art. Can you keep drawing? I don't really care about the drama, I just want the art, it's good. That last one kind of seems like a bait account, but I included it. You know, who fucking knows? I don't know how there's people defending her. For fuck's sake, she says it here, she literally hates all of you. So this is where the debate comes in. We have people who are unfollowing Fiddle because of all of this, and we have people on the other side who feel that the art being good is more important than any wrongdoing. So what do we do? On one hand, the art is, in a way, its own separate entity, and on its own, the artist's actions and words don't hinder or lower the quality of said art. The art doesn't change due to a person being shitty. As Moist Critical said, there's no worse feeling in the world than when the bad guy is talented. Talent isn't something that is restricted to only those with good morals. Anyone can be talented at anything. It's unfortunate, as I do still think that Fiddleafox's art is cute. That being said, some still feel it's important to look at the artist as a whole. The art may not change, but your view on the art depending on the actions of the artist might. It's also important to realize that if you are still supporting, liking, commenting, and sharing the art, you are in a way supporting the artist's horrible actions and morals. The artist, if not exposed fully, may continue these awful actions and keep the horrendous morals, as why would they change? So what's my final thoughts on this? I think it's apparent, but Fiddleafox getting their platform torn down is ultimately a good thing. They said and believed some truly awful things, and speak venom towards people in this community who supported her, only to be slapped in the face with the reality that she hates them. That being said, it is important for these people to know Fiddleafox's true thoughts so they can stop supporting a person who hates them. If this wasn't revealed, we wouldn't know, and we would continue to support her. And for the people that do continue to support her, or those who believe in separating art from the artist, really? You're willing to look past racism and transphobia because some lines on a page happen to look good? That's pretty damn shallow, dude. You're inadvertently telling all of the people that Fiddleafox hates that you don't care about them, and that the hatred they face from this artist isn't important to you. And hot take, but some of you do care. Some people don't separate the art from the artist, but for all the wrong reasons. Fiddleafox gained Patreon supporters after all of this, going from 12 to 31, ultimately settling at 27 as of the recording of this video. Some people followed her because of this. Now, of course, some people are following and stuff because they're edgy or based, but the point is they still followed. They still looked at the situation and decided, trolling or not, that hey, let's give this person validity and support their actions and opinions. So ultimately, some of the people saying that they don't care actually do. They're just horrible people themselves. Take Falvey, for example. Falvey has drawn art for alt-right people and has scammed people for years now, but they continue to see support and growth because A, no one knows it because it wasn't talked about enough, or B, they just don't care. So a shitty person gets to continue being a scamming piece of shit because their art looks good, and why change if you're still seeing the support and love from your fans? I get it. I know it sucks when a favorite content creator of yours gets outed for horrible acts or morals, but you need to look at what they've done and just man, we just need to hold artists accountable for being shitty people, good art or not. So we're to the end of the video, and I hope I was able to give a solid reasoning for why we should evaluate the characteristics of an artist, and not look past that artist's skeletons in their closet. An artist's actions doesn't negate the talent they may have, and ultimately doesn't stop your brain from thinking, wow, this looks good. But it's up to you to decide whether or not to support that artist. You hold the power to draw the lines in the sand, and choose to support the artist, follow and share their art, or you can stand up against these awful people. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!